I am Sarah Gabriella Batelli. I'm an architect, interior designer, coach, and bioenergy healer. Accompany me on a ride through Europe. Learn everything about energy. Discover how your home holds the secret to becoming the person you long to be. And start transforming your life through the power of space.
My boots are so old. Panama humidity destroyed them. I think today I'm gonna go to a place that is very special because you get energized by it.
We live in a world where no one ever taught us how external energies have an effect on our body, hence on our mind and on our emotions. Very often we can't pinpoint what happens to us. Then we may say we have a bad day, or in the best case we blame the moon. Daily we go through a myriad of emotions and try to make the best out of them, but we simply have unlearned how to detect ourselves. Today I'm going to start teaching you how to detect these energies in your body.
Perfect Swiss post bus. It's just perfect. Switzerland is like a postcard. So here we are. This is Einsiedeln. It's in Switzerland. It's on Lake Zurich. It's a very famous energy spot. It's called Kraftort in German, which means place of power. And the funny thing about it is that when you say that word in German, everybody knows what you're talking about. And yes, it's a place of power. But then when you start talking about energy radiation, and for example, Bovie, who was a scientist who years ago found out that you can actually measure the energy in a spot. And so whenever it's above 10,000, it's considered a power place. This monastery is on the way of James, El Camino de Santiago, and very many pilgrims have come here over centuries. So these are spots where you can actually practice what you feel. You can sit and feel the energy, and that's gonna help you in many other situations in life. So the church obviously knew about the power of these places. And as a matter of fact, very many important buildings that are highly energized, that energize whoever is there highly, they belong to the church, and this is one of them. While these places were used as places of cult, later on the church built buildings on top of them because they knew exactly that these places were high on energy, highly energized places, highly energizing places belong to the church. A very interesting detail, there are two side doors. They don't allow you in from the front. In India, for example, in Vastu, a central entrance to a building with an energy that comes in from the center is only allowed for religious buildings because the energy is so high on it. So this could be one of the reasons, it does something with you when you enter a building from the very center. Maybe they've just reserved this consciously only for maybe people of the church that are allowed. When something is forbidden, there's a reason for it. Look at that. And the reason might be to keep the power.
This is a place where you're supposed to pray in silence, where you can pray in silence.
When you come to any place, take a moment to ask yourself, what do I feel? Is it open, light? Does it allow you to expand and feel joy? Or does it press on your chest, compress you and make you small? Places harness energies, and on this tour through Europe, I will show you how.
The air you breathe here is so intense. It's so intense. In these kind of places, energy concentrate. It's incredible. Imagine thousands of people through thousands of years who have come here to pray for a better life, to understand the human condition, to understand why we're here, to try to live better. And this energy can be felt here.
Sound is frequency. It's like music, it changes your mood. Start paying attention how frequencies around you have an influence on your emotions, how they take up space and stay with you if you are unaware.
So I went into this room and it was a silent prayer room, which was actually really beautiful. However, the energy was very heavy. There were mostly very old people and nuns, and it was very heavy. There's no other word to better say that. It's the same energy there always is, I would say. There's always this element of pain and of sorrow, instead of being a place of, God, the feeling of God inside of you, if you've ever felt it. Maybe you didn't know it was God. It's love. It's when you are so full and you feel so incredibly amazing that all you feel like doing is just helping others, and you become a better person. Then you're connected to God and to the love inside of you, to the love that you are. And I've always thought that places like this, that's what they should do with us. They should uplift us. They are energy spots. So there's a huge difference though, coming to an energy spot and meditating for yourself and gathering this energy within you consciously for yourself, instead of getting to a place where what you're confronted with is so much heaviness. I come here to talk to you about my sorrows. I come here to understand the human condition. I don't know how to better do it. I come here to pray to you, God. And I understand this certainly gives relief. However, God doesn't want us to suffer. God wants us to understand that, who am I to talk, right? But that's just my take. God wants us to be happy. Follow your bliss. Follow what makes you happy, and then you will be happy. And when you are happy, you enlighten others' lives. So I think that is God. So I guess that for me, when I come to a place where there is a lot of energy that I could use for myself to get energized, I think the smartest thing to do is to actually kind of stay away from these places, like really the church or around the church, where energy can be very heavy, and instead find a spot that is, nearby, and where you can still
take advantage of this high energy of where we are, of the location, without being influenced by what's around you, right? So all these things are very subconscious. Not everybody feels them so clearly, but they're heavy. So you come into a room and there is this heavy energy. You either protect yourself or you will feel that it will just stick with you, you know? Truth is, if we knew more, we would master our energy and capacities, and along with that, our entire lives with much more ease, and start to thrive. As if it wasn't enough, most places on Earth where life force energy is high have been taken over by either religious or political institutions. We are under constant influence and don't even know.